Hi, Steve from VersaTune here. Today we're going to show you how incredibly easy it is to get started tuning your car with VersaTuner. We're going to start with the purchase process on the VersaTuner website, downloading and installing the software, activating your license, connecting the vehicle interface to the laptop, connecting the vehicle interface to the vehicle, and then identifying the vehicle, backing up the stock firmware, installing VersaTuner on the car, and then finally installing your performance tune on your car. Okay, we'll get started by opening the VersaTuner website. What you want to do is go to the Get It Now. There's a lot of other resources there, but for purchasing, you're going to go to Get It Now and read the instructions there. It gives you some information about the process there. So scroll down a little bit and you'll see the list of all the supported platforms. In our case today, we've got our Gen 3 Mazda 3. So we'll click on Mazda 3, go down to the Gen 3, it's a 2.5. So this will give you all the information about the features and capabilities for the VersaTuner for your particular platform. You'll talk about the features and extras, things like launch control and cracks and pops if they're available for your platform. If you continue to scroll down, you'll see the list of available tunes, quite a few for this platform. And then continuing to scroll down, you'll see all the tables that are available if you choose to do the VersaTuner full personal version where you're going to be creating your own tunes. This lists all the tuning tables that are available to you. Also the logging parameters are available. And finally a dyno graph showing the potential performance gains for the pre-built tunes. And keep on scrolling down, you'll see your purchase options. VersaTuner Free, as the name implies, is free. It allows you to do data logging and reading and clearing DTC codes. Great way to try out the software interface, make sure your vehicle interface cable works with the software, and just get a good general feel for how things work. The next step up is the VersaTuner Lite, which allows you to flash pre-built tunes provided by VersaTuner or VersaTuner authorized pro tuners. And then finally, the VersaTuner full personal version includes the tune editor to allow you to do your own personal custom tuning. So today we're going to do VersaTuner Lite. So we're going to go ahead and click on Order to start the purchase process. So you'll see a list of supported vehicle interface cables. Currently, the least cost option is the V-Linker FS USB. You can get that on Amazon. You'll usually have it there next day, depending on where you live, maybe even same day. For wireless options, we have the OBD Link, LX and MX are supported. Other options that you can see are the OBD Link EX is wired USB, the Tactrix OpenPort 2.0 is wired, and then V-Gate V-Linker also has a Bluetooth option. All those are available through separate sellers. We don't sell any hardware. So we'll click on Continue to move forward with the purchase process. So here you see we've chosen the VersaTuner Lite, and we're going to create a new account. And also you'll see the vehicle platform that we chose. So we'll click Continue to create a new account. And here you put in your personal information. The important field here is the vehicle identification number. If you do not put in the exact correct vehicle identification number as reported by the ECU, you will not be able to flash tunes to the car. VersaTuner is licensed to the VIN number of the ECU. We can correct that after the sale, but it does require a contact with support. If you have any question about whether the ECU may have been replaced at some point in time, if the VIN number of your ECU may not match the chassis VIN, you can always get the VersaTuner free version, connect, identify. It will report the VIN number as reported by the ECU. And the following fields are informational. They help us understand what kind of things customers are looking to do with their vehicles and guide us for future product development. They're not required to populate in order to get your license. So you can check the check boxes if you want to receive future updates. And then finally, you must accept the VersaTuner license agreement in order to proceed. So once all the information is completed, you're sure you've got the correct VIN number, you go ahead and click Continue. You'll see a confirmation screen with all your selections. So you have a couple options to pay. You can enter your credit card information directly here. It's processed through Square. We don't retain your credit card information. We never hold it. It's completely processed by Square. Or you can pay with Google Pay or PayPal. So after completing the purchase process, your account will be created and you can go to VersaTuner.com and click on My Account to log in. Put in the email and password that you provided when you created your account. And at that point, you'll be taken to your profile data page, which allows you to see and edit any of the account information that you provided, change your password, etc. From there, you want to click on Licenses and Downloads. So several important things here. One is your license information, and two is the link to download the setup installation package, and three, your activation key is available at the same page here. So in order to get started installing the software, we'll click on VersaTuner Personal Setup Package, which will download the installer. So you must agree to the license terms and conditions in order to proceed and install the software. So click I agree, click Install. The first time you launch VersaTuner, you'll be asked for the activation key, which, as mentioned earlier, is available in the Licenses and Downloads section on the VersaTuner website after you log in. So we'll click on Activation Key, and then conveniently you can click on the Copy button, which will put it on the clipboard. Go back to VersaTuner and paste that key in there, click on Activate, and your VersaTuner license is now activated and ready for use. The first time you launch it, it will download the appropriate vehicle definitions for your platform. We'll go ahead and click OK. So here is the Home tab of VersaTuner. You can see we've not identified the vehicle yet. We can see our license details, where our VIN number is, the vehicle platform. So the next step would be to connect the vehicle interface cable to the laptop. Again, this is our V-Linker FS USB cable. To ensure that VersaTuner is configured for the vehicle cable that you believe it should be, click on the gear icon in the top right corner in the settings, and then vehicle interface currently selected in this case is none, so we need to change that, and find the vehicle interface you intend to use, in this case the V-Linker FS. Now we're ready to connect the vehicle interface cable to the vehicle OBD2 port and identify the vehicle in VersaTuner. Okay, so we've got VersaTuner installed on the laptop. We've got the license activated. We've got the vehicle interface cable connected and selected. So we're ready to connect the vehicle interface to the OBD2 port of the vehicle and get started connecting VersaTuner to the vehicle. So the first thing we're going to do after we've connected the vehicle interface cable is, with the foot off the brake, we're going to go into ignition on, not accessory, but ignition on, but key on, engine off. So that's two presses of a stop-start button. At this point, the ignition's on, so you can raise and lower the windows, as opposed to accessory, which would only have like the radio on. Okay, so we'll click Identify in VersaTuner, which tells VersaTuner to connect to the ECU and read the VIN number and the ECU calibration, and that is used to verify that your license is valid for the vehicle it's connected to. So after we've identified the vehicle, we want to go to My Current Car section of the Home tab and confirm that logging allowed is yes and flashing allowed is yes. That indicates that your license matches the ECU and you're ready to proceed. Okay, so now we're ready to install VersaTuner on the car. The first thing it's going to do is make a backup copy of the existing ECU calibration. So we click on Install VersaTuner on Car, follow the wizard. It tells you exactly what to do step by step, so there's really no questions. It's really super straightforward. Make sure the car is safely parked, the ignition's on, the vehicle's connected, etc. Now, some platforms the backup takes longer than others. The RX-8s are fairly quick, all the way up to the ND2 Miatas. That's going to take you probably over an hour to do the ECU backup originally. Really a good idea to have a battery tender, or at a minimum, make sure your battery is very well charged. All your accessories are off, the seat heaters are off, all that kind of stuff, just to make sure you don't lose, run out of battery during the backup. And also make sure your laptop is not going to fall asleep or go to power save mode in the middle of doing the backup. Won't cause any problems other than you have to start over again and just burn up a lot of your time. So we're ready to go ahead and start the backup, so we'll click Next. And again, this is a Gen 3 Mazda 3, so we're looking at about 25 minutes or so to do that backup. Once the backup is completed, VersaTuner will finish installing on the car. That takes the same amount of time as a standard performance flash. In the case of a Gen 3 Mazda 3, it's about 2.5 minutes. Once VersaTuner is finished installing on the car, you complete the wizard by following the instructions to reset all the DTC codes that are set during the flash process, and this is normal. Once VersaTuner is installed on the car, the ECU is ready to be flashed with performance tunes. So to see what tunes are available for your platform, click on the Tunes tab. At the top of the screen, you'll see the EasyTune Flash database. These are all the tunes that are provided by VersaTune that are available for your particular vehicle platform. In our case, we've got an automatic transmission. We plan to use 93 octane, so we'll go with the automatic transmission 93 octane stage 1 tune. VersaTuner will download the tune from the database and then begin the flash wizard. Just follow the installation wizard by clicking Next, ensure that the ignition is on, and VersaTuner will flash the performance tune that you selected to the ECU. Just like the initial install, on a Gen 3 Mazda 3, this takes about 2 to 2.5 minutes. Once the flash process is finished, you need to clear the DTCs, which the installation wizard does for you automatically. Just follow the instructions and click Next and set the ignition as requested by the wizard. If at any point in time you want to return your car back to stock or the way VersaTuner found it when you first installed VersaTuner, click on Return Car to Stock. That launches the same flash wizard that you've seen in the past. Just follow the instructions, click Next as required, and VersaTuner will restore the original tune that it found, or in the case that you may have used a different laptop or lost the backup file, VersaTuner will install the original factory calibration for the calibration ID that is on your ECU. Okay, I hope you found the video informational as a good walkthrough for how to purchase, install, and flash tunes with VersaTuner. Some quick things to remember. To purchase, go to VersaTuner.com and click on Get It Now. Scroll down and your options are there. If you have any questions, a lot of answers are available at VersaTuner.com. Click on FAQ on the top of the website there. Tons of information, including supported vehicle interface cables and system requirements for your laptop.